Hello everybody, I'm Pastor Melissa. For the sake of this video, you don't even have to believe that I'm a pastor. All you need to know is that I have a very expensive degree from Candler School of Theology at Emory University, and it gives me some right to talk about spirituality and the Bible and stuff. Also, I dabble in art. I have been, over the course of several weeks, trying out new art products that are incredibly cheap. So in this case, I have decided to step on board the Temu bandwagon and have a little bit of fun and a serious discussion about Temu. First and foremost is that we need to get into this bag to get the product that I got for this video. Temu is owned by PDD Holdings. This is a Chinese company that is publicly traded on NASDAQ. They also own Pinduoduo. Clocking in at $2.68, Marie's gouache color. I did some research before this arrived. I was already told that the box was not the best, and this is how it came. Let's clean up this box. A little bit about the other products I tried. I tried two different gouaches, one from Hobby Lobby and one from Five Below. I found the Five Below gouache was too acrylic and the Hobby Lobby gouache was too watercolor-like. In the perfect world, gouache, I believe, plays in both worlds. I also tried a neon acrylic from Michaels and a acrylic from Five Below. I generally only spent about $5 per product, with Michaels actually only being 10 cents, but that's because I had a really good discount, and Michaels gets their money back in other purchases that I make. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's get to the point at hand. Technically, if you take away the discounts at Michaels, this was the most inexpensive paint that I've purchased. Michaels should have been about $4.50 with a 20% discount. It was originally $5.99. This is $2.68. And that was because this is my first purchase with Temu. I downloaded the app, purchased the gouache, and then immediately deleted the app. More on that later. So let's look at the tube. Each one says they hold 12 milliliters. There's both Chinese and American or English on here. They all have a number, but I didn't put I didn't put them in that number. Oftentimes I won't. So this is burnt sienna. It's in a metal tube. I can tell already that I'm not going to puncture it because it's nice and flat up here. There's an image of looks like a dog and a horse, maybe two horses. What's on here? No sign of dogs or horses. Okay. Take the lid off. Okay. It goes straight in. There is no pulling or popping. Let's swatch these. For the sake of this video, I only recorded the first part of my painting just to show off the gouache. I'll show the finished product at the end of the video. But while I'm painting, I want to talk a little bit about Temu and its sister company, Pinduoduo. You probably don't know of Pinduoduo because it is very much like Temu, but it is only in China. They have deeply discounted online products that you buy through an app. Temu's offices are apparently located in Boston. However, if you see the actual address, it's more like a rented office space. Pinduoduo has some issues. The app itself has been found to contain malware. that heavily spies on the Chinese people. As of now, no one has found anything that nefarious in the Temu app. Pinduoduo has also been cited in practicing 996. 996 is the practice of requiring workers to put in shifts from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. for 6 days a week. That's 70 hours of work in a week with no overtime pay. Pinduoduo specifically has been investigated for unsafe working conditions, in which a woman actually died, apparently from being overworked in one of the tech spaces. I guess next is, what am I painting, right? Knowing this is coming, I went ahead and drew up a sketch. It's based on what I saw from many different photos, and it's not quite the same. If you can tell, it's a McDonald's playground, and this is not exactly a McDonald's playground. This is a McDonald's playground that has been moved to a playground. Let's get started. (996) and these working conditions are a problem. But China has a bigger problem: the Uyghur forced labor camps. The Uyghur population is a group of Muslim Asians located in Central Asia. They have their own cultural identity and connect more with the Turkish people than with the Chinese. According to the BBC, several countries, including the US, UK, Canada, and the Netherlands, have accused China of committing genocide, as in defined by the International Convention as the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethnical, racial, or religious group. The declarations follow reports that, as well as interning Uyghurs in camps, China has been forcibly mass sterilizing Uyghur women to suppress the population, separating children from their families, and attempting to break the cultural traditions of the group. It's because of this valid fear that the United States has created the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act. This act is supposed to prevent the importation of goods and services that were created through the forced labor of the Chinese, specifically the Uyghur people. This has mostly been done through supply chain transparency. Which brings us back to the question at hand. What specifically is Temu? Temu is like Shein, Wish, and AliExpress. It is an online retailer who sells directly to the customer. The difference comes with their app, which is currently one of the most downloaded apps in the Google Play Store. The best discounts come from the app itself. When I started researching for this video and saw that Pinduoduo was openly spying on the Chinese people, I thought it would be a slam dunk to find out that Temu was doing the same. What I did learn is that there is caution around the app, and we just don't know what is in it at this point. The thing I do know is how Temu's prices are so low. According to ZDNet, the U.S. House Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party published a report that states Temu does not take the necessary steps to ensure the products on the site comply with the Uyghur Forced Labor Act. The same report asserts that Temu exploits a U.S. commerce loophole that allows the company to avoid paying tariffs and complying with U.S. commerce laws and regulations. From another ZDNet article, they stated the biggest loophole Temu has is its de minimis. De minimis is when a product is shipped into the US. If it's less than $800, it doesn't require inspection or taxation by the US Customs. Shein and Temu ship about 30% of all de minimis content to the US daily. That's about 600,000 packages. Now, while that's cutting out the middleman, and it cuts out the taxes and overhead cost, it also cuts out the ability for the US to know if these products comply with the Uyghur Forced Labor Act. And we're done. I have the finished product right here that I will show to you. I know that you were looking for a more fun art project to watch, but I do want you to think about the people behind the products. What are you buying? And who is being forced to make the product? I think that we need to think about 996 and the Uyghurs and their forced labor. These things are serious issues. What can we do about it? Not really much. All the products I purchased throughout the month could have been made using workers that were forced to work 9 to 9, 6 days a week. This product here could have been made and put together by somebody who had to work 9 to 9, 6 days a week. It could have been put together by somebody from the Uyghur forced labor camp. We don't know because of de minimis. So I decided to paint a dystopian McDonald's playground. Our past, we can't live in it anymore. It's not what we remember, and it's not what we can be. And I hope through this video that we can start to think about the serious questions and try to find serious answers. Questions that don't have easy answers. When it comes to our goods and services, so much of it comes from China, and so much of it flies under the radar, and we can't control what they're doing to their people. Since purchasing this gouache, I have been inundated with Temu ads that are enticing, that make me want to go back and buy more. What a deal! How great is this product? And it's almost working. But every time I think I want to buy that thing, I think of the people behind it. I think of the need to help them. I had hours to work on this painting. I had free time. I had liberty. These people do not. And every time I buy something from Walmart, Five Below, the Dollar Tree, even Target, I wonder who made it. I wonder what their working conditions were. And I say a little prayer. And I hope little things like this video can help get the discussion moving in a positive direction, where at this moment, we can't stop 996 or the Uyghur labor camp. We can't, because it would affect us so drastically as a people in America. And that, to me, is incredibly sad, that we are trapped by their captivity. My husband put it best. He told me, the blood is so evenly distributed, we can barely see it on our own hands. I'm going to end this video the way I end many of my videos, but hopefully these words will unsettle you just a bit. Go in peace.